The gift of mental power comes from God, divine being. And if we concentrate our minds on that truth, we become in tune with this great power. All things have a frequency and a vibration. The truth that we can heal, we must learn again. Medicine is in our hearts and also in the heart of that which we call the universe. If you want to find the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.
This is a story about energy that travels in waves of light and magnetic fields. It can also be used as medicine. Many doubted claims of healing powers that were eventually proved to be right. Bob lives in Canada. Today, he's on his way to Toronto to present a lecture to healthcare professionals. The maple tree leaf is used as a symbol to represent his country's embracing of nature. Canada's healthcare system is unique. The government promotes the use of the cannabis plant as a complementary medicine. Bob's expertise in enhancing plant growth comes from his research on magnetism. This stone is magnetic iron, electrified by lightning. The intensity of its energy is named after Nikola Tesla, a specialist in magnetism. He once used it as medicine and made it with his Tesla coil. Bob is a big fan of Tesla's medicine because it cured him from a long-term illness.
I went to my doctor and said, do something to me, because I've been sick for 3 years. I can't live life like this. And literally, I laid on a mat for 3 days, and it was gone. And I said, this is a miracle. Why doesn't the world know about this? That's a big subject, which you're going to learn about. We're going to start on Earth. We're going to take you to the United States. We're going to zoom right into Long Island, right into Manhattan.
This is Tesla's lab, where his inventions in AC electricity, fluorescent lighting, radio, the motor in the Tesla car, they just materialized in his mind, and some of them so vividly he could not tell if they were real or not. This large round coil of wire is known as a Tesla coil. It becomes an electromagnet when you add electricity to it. Magnetic energy can then jump from one coil to the other coil that is close by. This is called induction. He was a proud showman, and this laboratory was his stage. When his AC generators came online at Niagara Falls, he became the most famous inventor in the entire world. With the help of Elon Musk of Tesla Motors, his Long Island lab was being converted into a museum. Historical newspapers are now being digitized so we can learn more about him. I first want to mention that my research presented some strange remnants. For someone that was the most famous inventor in the world, the press was writing his name with a C instead of a K. You mainly find this misspelling in articles that were deemed to be too out there. I found misspellings on official government records. On the Library of Congress website, and in the iconic photo, his misspelled name is etched right into the glass master picture. Tesla was sort of a recluse. He spent most of his time in the lab inventing things. He never married. He felt it would interfere with his work, which he regretted later in his life. His autobiography says his inventions came to him in psychic visions. He saw the spiral as a universal symbol in nature. He then decided to get a patent for it. In 1894, a patent was granted for its use as an electromagnet. Two configurations that had totally different properties when energized. A simple coil of wire has become an icon. I found it in cereal crops in England, and is used in logos of famous foundations. In the second variation, the magnetic field is canceled when energized with electricity. NASA uses this version as an antenna to study the universe. Tesla said that he was the first to capture communications that was not from this earth. Tesla's fascination with magnetism began at childhood. Before he was born, electricity was used for therapy. This handheld generator of electricity was used as a treatment for nervous diseases in the mid-1800s. Spinning coils beside horseshoe magnets would generate electricity into the patient, who held two electrodes. His spiral coil was electrified with a high-frequency oscillator. His body absorbed the field via induction. Electrical energy from his hand lit a quartz bulb filled with noble gases. He left us clues in photographs. He reads the works of a Serbian astronomer who wrote about the workings of nature and explained how sound, light, and magnetism influence the spiritual mind. The book explains how locomotions in our body can be affected by impulses from external bodies. These impulses travel at various speeds that are called frequencies. 1 hertz is 1 cycle per second. 2 hertz is 2 cycles per second. Fast sine wave frequencies stimulate the brain. Sawtooth waves have a different effect on the mind and the body. His inventions and concepts of the universe were often met with resistance. He became severely depressed with the loss of his laboratory, but found relief by walking 10 miles through the Earth's magnetic field. Circling the blocks and buildings, counting his steps, became an obsession. He then rebuilt this Tesla coil to move the magnetic field through him. It cured him of a dreadful depression. For him, this life-altering tragedy turned into a blessing in disguise. He called the type of energy he created life force, or nerve force. He claimed that it was the greatest of all doctors. No person afflicted by any disease of the mind or the body would fail to be benefited by some form of electricity. Tesla's new wizardry of electricity in medicine was met with a lot of resistance, mainly because you couldn't patent it. This was not shock therapy like an electric jolt. Electricity created light and magnetic field therapy. Best of all, it had very few side effects. He said his workers became more intelligent. His high-frequency currents that intensifies the brain as a mental stimulant was not hurtful to the brain. It was beneficial. In 1912, a study in Sweden using Tesla coils hidden in classroom walls improved the students' health. The study would now be confirmed in New York. Tesla's medicine was now front-page news. He even accepted interviews from journalists to demonstrate to doctors in his lab the ideal way to treat a patient with a Tesla coil. Tesla holds an electrode attached to one lead of a small coil of wire. He holds the patient's hand to complete the circuit. That coil is now energized by an induced magnetic field from the coil below. Tesla's own biomagnetic field is a part of the therapy. Tesla's medicine eventually was accepted by medical doctors and healthcare facilities. However, they used a more conventional hands-off approach. Patients were immersed inside of a Tesla coil that was activated by a high-frequency oscillator. They even made flat spiral coils to sit on in waiting rooms. Eventually, everyone wanted their own Tesla coil. Gaylord Wilshire of Beverly Hills Wilshire Boulevard fame manufactured miniature versions. Massive national print and radio advertising made medical claims for a wide range of diseases without side effects. Plug it in directly into the wall. Use the frequency of 60 Hertz from the standard power. Situate yourself on a comfy couch with a coil around your waist. Magnetic healing became a fad, sweeping the nation. It lacked Tesla's human touch, though. Experts began to advertise vital human magnetism. The Holmes Corbin Institute of Magnetic Healing offered 2 healers at the same time, but were practicing medicine without a license. Medical doctors that did were called quacks. The Attorney General then banned advertising for magnetic healing, and that was the end of Tesla's medicine in North America.
My brain is only a receiver. In the universe, there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration. I have not penetrated into the secret of this core, but I know it exists.
Tesla believed that everything he did was recorded and stored somewhere in the universe. His photographic mind, in 6 languages, often provided visions of future inventions, and they just floated in the air in front of him. Just to give you an idea of what he had tapped into, I'll use some highlights from my Timeless Places TV series. This will also give some background info from my past projects. It was a travel show about the mysteries of the world. My travels were financed by tourism boards, but to find the truth, I discovered you must talk to the locals. I was fascinated with ancient architecture and the master masons that built them. When CD-ROM was invented, I made the search for ancient wisdom. Apple gave them away to K-12 schools that bought new Macintosh computers. For my next project, instead of lost building technology, I went back on the road to search for machines that used Tesla's magnetic medicine. I wanted to understand how energy, frequency, and vibration cured Tesla and bring his machines back home to study. The first thing that I noticed is that iconic picture of Tesla on the tail of the airplane and the name of the international airport. It's also on the money. Along with his international measurement of the magnetic field strength. He was born in Croatia to Serbian parents. Some official documents state his citizenship of the Austrian Empire. This Serbian museum has the best historical records. Replica inventions include remote-controlled robotics and motors now used in the Tesla car. The staff's attire is most telling as they teach and demonstrate Tesla medicine.
High-frequency electricity nowadays, we use it for a lot of things besides radio and internet signals. We also use it in medicine for electric therapy. Our health will be much more better, so we will live longer. He's had the idea that he can live more than 100 years.
His age is disputed. Obituaries only mention his achievements in arc lighting. the induction motor, and the Tesla coil. When he died in 1943, his high-frequency research was confiscated, studied by the U.S. government, and eventually released to this museum. The visitors experienced wireless electricity from a full-size Tesla coil. This is a high-frequency oscillator. It powered his medical devices. This patent details the method of turning DC currents into high-frequency alternating currents. The Tesla coil ignites a gas inside a quartz tube to create fluorescent light. Museum vaults are a gold mine for research. I now have precise details of how to recreate the spiral Tesla coil. Since they are teaching Tesla's medicine in museums, I was hoping to find hospitals that are still using his magnetic therapies.
Prague, transportation based on electricity is quite common. Historical architecture is colorful and well maintained. Its citizens recycle almost everything, including small and large electrical appliances. Electric streetcars travel beside buildings adorned with detailed cornices and statues. This is where Tesla lived while he studied at the technical school a few blocks away. Specializing in electric power, graduates that apply their skills in biomedicine find employment creating coils for use in hospitals. In Novi Bitsov, with just under 7,000 inhabitants, the 2EL company manufactures medical devices dedicated to magnetic field therapy.
It was suggested that I should visit this factory because they manufacture Tesla coils for use in public and private hospitals. The design is based on the original round coil that Tesla demonstrated to newspapers. In this modern version, the frequency generator is encased inside the coil. I wanted to compare them with Tesla's research. How many magnetic pulses per second to the patient? For that answer, I was directed to a nearby hospital that was dedicated to paraplegic patients. The medical director is Dr. Jerry Garabek, former Minister of Health.
I came to that hospital because this is the top hospital of rehabilitation in Czech Republic. Not the biggest one, only 250 patients, the best one.
When I came here, there's no movement at all. But now I feel I can move. Not only move, I can play soccer again.
I think that we can say that magnetotherapy is very important everywhere where you have some problems with microcirculation. I recommend 10 Hz. The pains might be stronger, so you can go to 5 Hz. If the patient improves, you increase to 12 or 15 Hz. And we apply the magnetic field using that type of coil because this is designed to have high dBdt. So the impulse is very sharp. Well, this is the case of a lady that suffered from a fracture of pubic bone. After 1 year and 10 months, the fracture looked like this. We started magnetic field and the fracture after that looked like this. And fracture space is limited already. The lady bought the coil that we applied for treatment of that fracture at home. And now you can see here that after 1 year, the fracture is completely healed.
Nature medicine is quite common in the countries of the former Soviet Union. Tesla's medicine was not banned. Their healthcare system involved ultraviolet light, ozone therapy, ancient Chinese plant medicine, and electric acupuncture, then robotics and lasers for surgery. Plants were used for medicine. With the fall of communism, Western pharmaceuticals were introduced as complementary medicine. Under socialism, the family took healthcare into their own hands. Immerse yourself in nature. Move through the Earth's magnetic fields. Getting outdoors into the sun was important to bond to the Earth. When the Soviet Union opened to tourism, they began to learn what capitalism was. With the fall of the Soviet Union and the Berlin Wall, East and West Germany was reunited. Tesla's medicine was reintroduced to the West as German medicine. Switzerland is a very independent country. It's not a member of NATO or the EU. It's home to the Red Cross and the World Health Organization. They allow their doctors to practice Tesla's medicine. The world's largest Tesla coil is used to study the secrets of the universe. The World Wide Web was invented at CERN to share the research. In 1993, they released their internet code freely to the world. Steve Jobs' NeXT computer and the Apple Macintosh got the ball rolling.
Quantum computers now decode data from super colliders. Magnetic fields push and pull protons in opposite directions inside 16-mile tunnels of Tesla coils. Their pathway can be redirected by magnetic fields to cause a collision. The radiation they emit is measured inside the Hadron Collider and then analyzed to discover the secrets of the universe. Magnetic targeting can focus protons to destroy cancer without side effects.
We want to inspire the visitors, in particular the young generation with the beauty of science.
The beauty is applicable not only to the things that you see, but to the invisible part of things. It's not because they will become scientists, that's bad, but it's because they will become better people, for sure.
Doctors practice medicine that is discouraged in other Western countries. Their healthcare system thinks different. The patient pays for German medicine. They like clean air, so electric trains are popular. Just like Swiss watches that run on precision timing, so does the public transportation system. Every family owns a bike, and they like to ride them. The animals are not fed with antibiotics or hormones and eat green grass in open pastures. Agriculture is not genetically modified. There's lots of organic farming and food processing without preservatives.
I want to immerse myself in German medicine. There is a world-renowned private clinic that is popular with the rich and famous movie stars. Their doctors practice ozone, stem cell, chelation, and infusion therapy with Tesla's medicine. I had an interview with Dr. Thomas Rau at the Paracelsus Clinic.
For me, it's absolutely sure that this whole population load, which everybody has, in average, makes people sicker. If you once have a sensitivity to a frequency, then it stays. So 5 years later, I still can't phone like this because I will get the pain. We have 300 to 400 patients per day. No other clinic Europe-wide has such a large spectrum of tools to treat the patients. That's why we can treat difficult patients. Sometimes they need dental work. What we use is a magnetic field. When a patient needs an extraction of a dead tooth, we treat the patient with a frequency of 50 per second in an intensity of 10 millitesla and about 15 minutes. And this for several days. And they have not a second of pain. It's absolutely amazing. We use it for increasing circulation. We use it for cancer patients. We use it in another frequency of 50. We use it as a tool against inflammation. Or we also use it for bone healing and osteoporosis, but then in a frequency of 8 per second. Very low frequency.
Their dietitians prepare foods based on your body's alkalinity, and patients stay at EMF-safe hotels, complete with Tesla coils for daily use during your stay.
We rebuilt it innerly, totally. We took out all the electricity. We have insulated cables in the walls. Just recently we integrated the Wi-Fi, but in my heart I'm against Wi-Fi. That's why we switch off at night, so that the patient has the time to really sleep without electromagnetic load. They say, I sleep so differently, or I have no more headache. It's just without electromagnetic load.
Patients can buy their own Tesla coil and then bring them home inside their luggage. This caused huge confusion for custom clearances. Many countries have created a new wellness product category. If it helps to reduce the risk of a chronic condition, and you don't make any medical claims that it cures diseases, you can now import it legally into the United States. Tesla coil can be classified as magnetic energy to enhance the flow of chi energy. Electric cars help to reduce the smog that we breathe. German Ingenuity has invented medical devices that remove the electromagnetic load, they call it electrosmog, that our body absorbs. In Switzerland, they can make medical claims that these devices will reduce inflammation and promote microcirculation. Tesla's round and flat spiral coils are now inserted inside mats, pads, probes, and glasses.
Ba, 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 ba.
Since the medical licensing bodies have relaxed their rules for wellness devices, the quack machines and doctors have returned. I decided to focus my attention to licensed medical devices and the countries where they are made. Liechtenstein is friendly to industries that produce Tesla's medicine. A king and a queen rule over this tiny 7-mile-wide country. In Treason, Bamer sells products designed to be safe and simple to use via multi-level network marketing.
We push it, and it's simply use. You just put it around your body areas like this. The treatment will be done for you.
Flat spiral Tesla coils have been sewn into a flexible mat. They promote their product uses a wave shape and a frequency that increases blood microcirculation. A fiber optic microscope will show the effects of the magnetic fields on blood capillaries inside the body. Another company in Liechtenstein has a similar product. It's not sold via network marketing. The focus is on internet sales. QRS stands for Quantron Resonance Systems. They target sound, light, and electromagnetic field frequency salons. Tesla coils embedded into recliners are energized by frequency generators. In their research facility, using Tesla's flat spiral coil, they demonstrate the high-intensity magnetic field effects on iron filings. It's incorporated into a chair that includes full-spectrum light therapy.
We implemented a lot of treatments with magnetic fields, and we did a lot of good results. But the future is that we must increase this magnetic field therapy with no side effect in every part of our life. But not as an alternative medicine, but more a complement medicine. And we must increase very good made studies, high-level studies, to convince the customers, but also the doctors.
Like Bamer, the QRS uses a full-body flat spiral coil mat. Headphones for treating tinnitus and headaches, and eyeglasses to improve vision.
After wearing the glasses, my eyesight is much better. My eyesight went from 4.25 to 2.75 in 6 months.
I was really looking forward to exploring Austria. The people enjoy bonding to the Earth's magnetic field.
In Austria, sleeping grounded is a luxury. In this factory, beds and bedding products are manufactured by employees that sit on grounded cushions. Foam mattress toppers have permanent magnetic strips inserted inside to amplify the DC geomagnetic field of the Earth. A silver mesh is woven into sheets, which is then connected to a grounded outlet. The ground wire is then connected directly to a stake in the earth. After Tesla finished his schooling in Austria, he camped in the forest alone for almost a year. The mountain streams are teeming with minerals and microbes. This has created an industry that is based upon the revitalization of water using special magnetic fields.
It all began with an abandoned copper mine. Johann Grander made a startling discovery when he used a Tesla coil to enhance the health effects of the microbes. Good bacteria found in spring water. After many years of experiments on microbes from water reported to have miracle healing effects, Grander found the right magnetic frequency to grow them. His research began by creating strong permanent magnets that he used to treat aches and pains. Then he made a handheld generator that virtually ran on the power of its permanent magnets. He used it like a TENS machine to electrify his body. That evolved to become a variable Tesla coil. What started in a small workshop has become a multi-million-dollar company based on enhancing water from a copper mine using magnetic fields and beneficial microbes. It's known as Blue Water, and it's shipped internationally from this processing plant. And now comes the difficult part. The water emits a special frequency through the glass and is absorbed by water that is close by. The company sells miniature fused quartz necklaces of bottled water. It's further activated by the sun. Copper spirals containing water are used to activate food. Water rods charge wells, ponds, and pools. Shower in restructured water. Revitalizers of various sizes are a type of energy water battery that can be used to structure the entire water in a large factory or your home. Now, in the beginning of my research on this, I was extremely skeptical. But the students at the University of Graz was tasked to study the effects of this water on plants. They did prove that Grander water does indeed have some sort of a biological effect to enhance plant growth. I now understand the open minds at this university to accept something that can't be explained. This is where Tesla went to school. His professors thought his ideas were too out there. They were jealous of his intellect, and they failed him. The school has named a high-energy research laboratory after him. The school's research on Tesla coils in Graz has spawned mass magnetic field systems. When the Berlin Wall came down, mass embraced the round Tesla coils that were used in the former Soviet Union. A complex frequency generator was added to create medical devices for clinics and hospitals. What makes mass different from the others I've seen is that they now use a 1/4 mile of heavy copper in the construction of the product. They have phased out the round barrel coil and now use thick copper coils of various sizes embedded into a flat mattress pad. 10 large coils are used to produce the low frequencies, and 7 small coils produce the high frequencies to create a dense magnetic field. Electromagnetic fields are like snowflakes. After 30 minutes of snowfall, light powder does not leave a lot of snow on the ground. Large, dense snowflakes leave a foot or more. The pillow is a high-intensity applicator to focus the magnetic fields on a specific area of the body. To demonstrate the effects of high magnetic field density, I have selected 1 Hertz on the mass frequency generator and placed a bar magnet on the pillow. You can see the magnet jump 1 pulse per second. The magnetic field density is so strong, it can flip a 5-pound magnet. The frequency generator is like broadcast radio, AM, FM, digital. Different wave bands use different wave shapes. Different frequencies or notes have a different biological effect. This is what mass sine waves would sound like if you could hear the frequencies. The electric field within the magnetic field travel up the body to the organs along the meridian or nervous system. There's also mats that automatically turn on for pets. For portable use, the ePad has 18 Tesla coils that are energized by a battery-operated frequency generator. It recharges just like your cell phone. It uses 3 frequencies: relax, alert, and energize the body. Austrian health professionals that use their hands for pain management like to use magnetic fields to complement their therapy. Frequency therapists use magnetic fields to improve the immune system and to detoxify the body. I'm told that 7.83 Hertz promotes wellness and cell regeneration. Sine waves vibrate like waves on the ocean. It's said to mimic the Earth's resonance. A computer simulation can demonstrate how frequencies and wave shapes affect the body. 1 Hertz promotes sleep. 4 Hertz, a gentle frequency, relaxes muscles, promotes digestion, and removes electrosmog. Higher frequencies, like 50 Hertz, relieves pain. When a pulsed magnetic field moves through blood, the iron in the outer wall of the blood platelet becomes magnetized as a negative pole. The cells then repel each other just like tiny permanent magnets. They now absorb oxygen, blood starts to flow, and inflammation is reduced. At high power, the patient and therapist are in the same field. Sawtooth waves promote alertness. without needing high power. To complement the therapy, just add the human touch.
Everyone should consider his body as a priceless gift from one whom he loves above all, as a marvelous work of art of indescribable beauty, and mastery beyond human conception, and so delicate and frail that a word, a breath, a look, nay, a thought may injure it.
This is a circle of friends. 4 different people each gave me one as a Christmas present. While I thought it was an amazing synchronicity, I only realized this universal message when I began my study of Tesla's medicine. Tesla used his spiral coil to energize his body like a battery. Doctors that understood and used biomagnetic fields were now on my radar. I was directed to a company that used a mat and probe to treat depression in the nervous system. Valerio Delgado invented the system.
We are making electromagnetic field devices that can be used not only in the hospital, but also at home, under control of the doctors, of the medical doctors. And one of these clinics specializes in multiple sclerosis, use Sequex to improve movement, to improve control of the body.
We use also for when the people take chemotherapy or radiotherapy. This therapy reduces the side effect of the therapy. It's very good for the quality of life because it's a normal life.
I wanted to build a device able to understand when the therapy was effective, working, was making something in the body.
The Bonvicini Clinic is like the Paracelsus Clinic. However, they have partnered with the Italian government to promote the use of Tesla's medicine for complementary therapy. The government built a health center inside the mountain. Patients can receive radiation therapy for cancer treatments. The government pays for this service. In the private part of the clinic, patients can use Sequex to lessen the side effects of radiation therapy and make the chemotherapy more effective. Electrodes are attached to the feet and hands while the patient lays on the mat. The frequency generator also acts like a polygraph machine and listens to the patient's autonomic nervous system. Sequex sends a special grouping of frequencies and wave shapes to the Tesla coils in the mat. Like a lie detector, if it senses a change of body impedance from the electrodes, it remembers the frequency and the wave shape that created the change. The test is recorded on a smart card, and then after a short training session, the patient takes the family version home to use with a custom digital prescription. Here at the Santa Maria Retirement Complex, the resident doctor, Alessandro Greco, also offers his services to the local community.
We have produced a particular treatment for osteoarthritis, other treatments for pain, back pain, for example, headache, metabolic problems, autoimmune problems like lupus. Electromagnetic fields have a frequency, have an intensity, also a waveform. There are waveforms that are better for particular disorders.
I was invited to a remote island retreat to learn how to work the Sequex device. Sardinia is the blue zone. The population enjoys long lifespans. I would learn about breathing techniques with the portable Tesla coil. The teacher is David Carrara. He holds 3 world records for free dives without oxygen tanks. The magnetic fields at the Giant's Tomb is an ideal place to experience Earth energy and animal magnetism from our circle of friends. Then a class on a new type of yoga.
Another type of research we are conducting is the capacity of brain to receive an answer to electromagnetic fields. Electromagnetic fields are one of the ways used by the brain to promote consciousness. When we subministrate the brainwave delta, we can regulate the expression of a particular brainwave of the sleep, the deep sleep. In insomnia, there is a reduction of the production of delta brainwave. With this device, the capacity of the patient to sleep well is improving.
The portable Sequex mat is ideal for the final pose of yoga called Shavasana. Legally, they can't make claims that it cures depression. It's a wellness device. People get happy when they use it.
With the mat, we try to replicate the original environment where the acupuncture was invented 1,000 years ago, when the electromagnetic pollution did not exist.
Now yoga has taken many twists and turns. It's become sort of a fad, an exercise routine.
I can treat the point of the head.
Here, medical doctors learn how to blend Tesla's medicine, yoga from India, and Chinese acupuncture to experience the superconscious mind of the universe. Magnetic field therapy makes humans happy. And animals like it too. When a country rebuilds itself after a war, its population has the opportunity to start fresh, build upon new foundations, and elect a government that conquers disease instead of nations. Shining examples of this philosophy can be found in Germany.
Alpha frequency in the human brain are between 6 and 8 Hz. The wave frequency of the human cavity resonates between 6 and 8 Hz. All biological systems operate in the same frequency range. The human brain's alpha waves function in this range, and the electrical resonance of the Earth is between 6 and 8 Hz. Our entire biological system, the brain, and the Earth itself work on the same frequencies. If we can control that resonance system electronically, we can directly control the entire mental system of a humankind.
Olympic medalist Catherine Garceau uses German alpha frequency wellness machines in her practice.
So as a high performance coach, I'm always looking for things that could better people's lives. I personally have been affected by anxiety and different things, and I realized that some of these aids help me more than I thought they could, and that how much of my anxiety was really connected to the electrosmog. So I wear this around my neck when I need to, or even below my pillow at night. And it's really changed how I feel. I feel much calmer, and it's as simple as just having this around to change the field that my body is receiving.
The NeuroSync Alpha device was manufactured in Germany over 20 years ago. The idea originated with co-funding from NASA for use in space exploration. Flight attendants who suffer jet lag have found help with this device. The Earth's magnetic field travels from the south to the North Pole. Its electric field can be seen as dancing light at both poles. At the University of Munich, Professor Otto Schumann discovered that when lightning strikes the Earth, it emits a wave that bounces off the ionosphere like an echo chamber and reverberates at 7.83 times per second. At the Max Planck Institute, an experiment was designed to observe what would happen to humans if these electric fields were removed from their living environment. The site's being decommissioned now. I found discarded computers and meters that were used to record the results. The test subjects would not know if it was night or day. They built a Faraday cage inside an old German war bunker to remove the Earth's electric field. They discovered that the vital endocrine system of the occupants would fail without it. A frequency generator and Tesla coils were used to create an artificial electromagnetic field inside the bunker. NASA paid for studies to determine what would happen to astronauts outside the Earth's ionosphere. They discovered that a low alpha frequency sine wave at 10 cycles per second was the ideal frequency to bring the body back into balance.
Germany not only produces some truly astounding Tesla coil technology, it's also a meeting place for doctors that come from all over the world to learn how to use it effectively. Every year they meet in Baden-Baden, known historically for health spas and medicine week. This is where they test new technology and, most importantly, attend thought-provoking lectures from German medical doctors such as Dietrich Klinghardt.
Most successful protocol is not to give chelating agents or complexing agents, but is to reduce the electrosmog exposure. And so I want to take you on a little tour with that.
Baden-Baden, or the south of Germany, the southwest, this was the high place of the Druids 2,500 years ago. Now, this was where the healers of Europe congregated once a year. They came together to do their rituals and to exchange information. It wasn't in Ireland, it was not in northern France. It was here in this area where the original Druid healing herbal techniques and the metaphysical healing had its home place. The wonderful thing with the exhibits here is that if you generate the trust with the person that's on the booth, most of them are English speaking, they give you the true story of what the instruments or the technology can do. The booths that I look at are about equipment that's either electromagnetic or energetic.
His suggestion to ask the vendors what the machines can really do caught my attention. I asked one of the vendors, Dr. Bill Pollock, what feature he felt was the most important to have for effective electromagnetic field therapy.
I think it's good to design systems, especially these home-based systems, that will tend to have multiple frequencies. Many people have found you can lower the intensity so that more people tolerate it by adding more frequencies. So you may have certain, what we call base frequencies, that are fixed, 3, 25, 250, 1,000. That may be fixed into the system, and then you can do what's called modulation. The analogy I use for modulation is you have a tide. The tide is rising and falling based on its own rhythm, right? But the waves go on like this on the tide. But that's what modulation is. You're changing the rhythm of the base tide, and you're adding these frequencies on top of it that you can manually create.
Tesla was once asked what word he felt was the most important in the English language. He took a long pause to think about it. Then he said, in his opinion, nature was the most significant. And then next to nature was light.
My final destination was to visit the inventor of the NeuroSync Alpha device. He lived and worked in a home that looked like a science fiction movie set. I was asked to leave my cell phone in the car. Aliens provide reading material, and Nefertiti shows the way in. Crystals absorb radiation. Dieter Jostner teaches Tesla's medicine to doctors. So I'll just let him explain it to you.
Medical electronics is targeting on the special photon communication of the cells. That is the main target, but all these other kinds of energy which are available in the nature, we use this as well. Electrical fields, magnetical fields, also sound or electrical vibration. Everything which is caused by the force of nature, we use in different ways to produce instruments. Tesla has developed a special coil. We in the electronic area, we are producing cylinder coils. And Tesla developed a coil which is like a pancake. And this coil has totally different physical and electronical systems compared to the cylinder coil. And a lot of secret things happens with this Tesla coil, also in the medical area. The Tesla coil is producing a very special wave, which we call longitudinal waves, which are producing medical reactions on the body. This instrument is able to repair water, to give water the energy that the water behaves completely like fresh spring water. Therefore, we have a magnet here in. This magnet, I take it out to show you. This magnet is producing the vortex. The first is we switch on the magnetic field, which is modulated with a frequency which we call Schumann frequency. Modulated light and this magnet field together is repairing the water immediately. This instrument is not producing just only light. This light is vibrating with the frequency of the sun. So natural light. This here is a magnetic coil. We use additionally to this instrument, there are two sockets which are available for some instrument as well. Then we see this light is moving with the same frequency of the laser here. So it's enough to move it around the neck here. The range, the physical range of this coil is good enough for the whole body, for everywhere where we are. And this additionally help of this magnetical coil, that is especially wavelengths and the special vibration to improve the function of the limb system. Now we know that our hand, especially the hand inside, where through passing all meridians, all important meridians of the acupuncture points are through passing the inside of the hand. The hand always behaves like an antenna for biological energy. Maybe you know that all these healers are using their hands to give energy. They're holding their hands around the patients, they're holding the hands in the sun, in the light. So these hands are using, the body is using the hand like an antenna. And if you give the body the information via this antenna, you can take remedies or frequencies, whatever. It directly goes to the body via this modulated light. The sun is producing very wide spectrum of radiations and frequencies. The result of the electrical field of the sun is a magnetical field on our Earth. This Earth magnetical field is produced by the electrical radiation of the sun and the rotation of the Earth in this electrical field. This producing a statical and also a dynamical magnetical field. And while the vibration of the ionosphere and the atmosphere and the rotation of the sun is producing a special frequency, we call it Schumann frequency. This is a very, very important frequency for our brain. As long as the Schumann frequency is there, our brain says, okay, everything is good. Because of the modern day of electronics, we are surrounded by magnetical fields which are covering the natural magnetical field. So we have a loss of natural energy. With the result, we are becoming sick. The most interesting way to help nature without disturbance is to do it with the nature, to help people when people become sick.
Dieter Jossner, I really highly respect this man. He's a very different man. He's a real genius, and he totally practices what he preaches. If we're going to survive as a civilization and go into outer space, we're going to have to figure a way to bring these photons and these electrons into our body. Thank you very much for coming out.
How to provide good and plentiful food is the most important question of the day. And I think vegetarianism is a commendable departure from the established barbarous habit. We should effect a radical reform in the character of the food. In the 21st century, natural food such as milk, honey, cereals will be the basic Epicurean dinner in many restaurants.
Tesla discovered that he could change the nature of food with magnetic fields. Beehives supplied Tesla with medicine and his favorite food. Nectar and pollen carried to bee colonies can be used to enhance the immune system and treat a wide variety of diseases. MediHoney, a licensed medical product from manuka trees, treats wounds, burns, diabetic foot, and leg ulcers. Several ancient philosophies, such as Rosicrucianism, use symbolism of the cross and the rose nectar that give bees honey. The tears of Ra was nectar, energized by the sun. Egyptian hieroglyphs that symbolize royalty feature the honeybee. I have been invited by a professor at Trent University in Peterborough to help determine what is causing the collapse of the honeybee population, and then hopefully find a simple solution to that problem. Dr. Magda Havas researches subtle energies at the Rose Lab.
I've been teaching a course called The Biological Effects of Electromagnetic Fields for the past 20 years. One of the things Trent is known for is program in environmental and resource studies. We have a very good reputation in protecting the environment. My research at Trent involves work with electromagnetic energy, both the harmful aspects and the beneficial aspects. But I'm also studying the effects of electropollution. We did some research at Trent University where we were studying the effects of radio frequency radiation on the bees. We had beehives at a farm and exposed them to current household items that emit wireless radiation. These include Wi-Fi, cell phones, wireless baby monitors. When we turned on the radio frequency transmitters, the bees became very quiet. When we turned off the Wi-Fi transmitters, bees started swarming, coming out of the hive very, very quickly. They attacked the dog, they attacked the birds, they attacked us. So the bees became very aggressive.
They're all just quite happily, they're not running around. They're kind of very settled, they're fanning, they're keeping the place cool. These ones are running up and down at the entrance. The sounds here is not normal.
When it comes to microwave radiation, distance is incredibly important. The closer you are to the transmitter, the higher your exposure is. So if you happen to have a bee colony, it's very important to keep it away from any kind of radio transmitters.
Dr. Havas is participating in a long-term research study on the use of geomagnetic fields to enhance insect and human immune systems and negate the effects of environmental pollution that may be causing the collapse of the honeybee population. This research is based upon a geometric array of 12 high-intensity magnets that are encased inside a hard enclosure to create a pure wave cell. When placed inside a beehive, apiaries report an abundance of honey and healthy bees that survive Canada's frigid winters.
Check out what this magnetic cell looks like with all the bees on it. So you can just see every single time I open it up, the bees are just all over it. And that is what's creating this force field around the hive, and that's what's, potentially like noise-canceling earphones that we have that we wear, is potentially that's preventing a lot of these frequencies from coming into the hive.
Research on honey is carried out here.
The first year we had 10 magnets, and we were quite happy with it. Last fall we ended up with 30 magnets in the one bee yard.
So in this yard here, there's about 30 hives in here. This yard did not get the discs, and when I came in to unpack the hives, half the yard was dead, and the half that survived, there were barely any bees. They were not looking good at all.
In this particular yard, we had a lot of trouble with mites. We actually even had to stop. We had to take 3 hives, take the supers off, and just no honey this year, and treat them for mites. That was so bad. But since then, since we had the magnets, we haven't had to do anything like that.
And now in this yard, we wintered 30 hives. All 30 got the magnetic disc. When I unpacked it, all 30 were alive, overflowing with bees, to the point where I had to split almost every hive in this yard. It's swarming because they've run out of room. Like, it's just a super strong hive.
Pure Wave honey is a premium private labeled product packaged in a licensed facility that meets FDA and Canadian Food Inspection Agency regulations. It is then shipped to warehouses in Canada and the USA for further processing using the Chrysalis Energizer. The honey is bathed in the special frequencies originating from rotating neodymium magnets.
I was invited to their manufacturing facility to learn how the Chrysalis Energizer generates the quantum field that can encompass the entire building. It's manufactured by Ravco Industries for Brent Knutzen.
What we're really dealing with is magnetism into a geometric form and then putting motion to it. So what we have in the instrument is a very specifically cut neodymium magnet, very powerful, set into a sacred geometry shape, 12 of them inside. Then we put this in 3D. Then we place it where there's 5 of these placed in sequence in here.
Magnetic viewing film shows the placement of the magnets.
Measure the frequency, right? Tell us what frequency.
To measure the magnetic fields, I invited Rob Metzinger, a specialist in radio frequency and Tesla meters.
Tesla created the electromagnetic power grid and the way power is distributed through North America. This caused health effects. So Tesla got sick from it, and he also discovered he could use them to heal himself in smaller dosages. So this is it's kind of an interesting thing that is going on with these fields. They seem to have negative and positive effects as well.
We are going to use a medical Tesla coil and a mass analog frequency generator at 10 Hertz to use as a reference point. The coil produces a pure sine wave, and this is displayed on the oscilloscope at 10 Hertz. This meter shows a slight background of radio waves in the building. The Tesla motor drive belt is disengaged from the rotating cylinders so we can measure the ambient magnetic fields near the device. The room is free of EMF. The Tesla motor is then re-engaged and the Chrysalis Energizer is activated. When used in an assembly line, several considerations must be followed. The distance from the conveyor belt is important. The speed of the Tesla motor determines the intensity and the dominant frequency. The sacred geometry placements of the permanent magnets create a unique shape of the quantum field. The scope displays a sawtooth wave.
Years of research went into testing the device to determine the ideal frequencies and duration of exposure to fully saturate the honey. A vial of honey is placed on the Energizer. Electrography can be used to visualize the effect of the rotating magnetic field. The corona discharge shows the amount of electrical conductivity of the raw honey. After energization, the entire content of the vial has become more conductive to electron flow. The electrographic image of the honey is used on the logo.
We wanted to then draw from what we've configured into the instrument and put it into a standalone unit. And this is what we used the individual magnetic field that we place in the beehive.
A pure wave cell will emit a corresponding frequency and magnetic field if you rotate it. If you move the cell over your body, it will absorb your bioelectric field. The meter shows over 2,000 volts per meter emanating from inside the cell. This spiral pattern can be observed with magnetic viewing film. Ferrofluid placed in a dish on top of the pure wave cell shows the invisible, evenly spaced magnetic lines rising upwards. Pesticides are weakening the bee's immune system. It contributes to the growth of deadly pathogens. A pure wave cell can be used to control the growth of pathogens. The vortex suppresses bacterial infestation. Spores grown in a petri dish that were not exposed to the magnet shows a proliferation of fungal growth. A study has been completed at Pathogenia Food Laboratories to determine the efficiency to reduce pathogens in food. Brewer's yeast, E. coli, Staphylococcus, and Listeria were added to meat and fruit and then treated for 5 minutes on the magnetic disc. Ground chicken and raspberries were chosen for inoculation. This study demonstrates 3 forms of listeria were not reduced in the chicken, but showed almost a 50% reduction in the raspberries. Surprisingly, one form of brewer's yeast grew 50% faster in the meat, while another was reduced a similar amount in the fruit. The various forms of E. coli were eliminated in the raspberries. And all forms of Staphylococcus have been significantly reduced.
I think it improves the immune system of the bees.
Dr. Havas feels that the magnets are improving the immune system of the honeybee as they move through the pure wave magnetic field while foraging for nectar in the farms and forest. Connoisseurs all over the world appreciate their nectar from nature.
I live a life of seclusion. The opinion of the world does not affect me. I have placed as the real value in my life what follows after I'm dead. The thing that compensates me is that my name shall be known to generations, yet unborn, for the Tesla coil and the Tesla motor.
Tesla had visions of a rotating magnetic field, which eventually became the electric motor that powers the wildly popular Tesla electric car. The worldwide success of this automobile has reintroduced his fame to followers that came together to immortalize his name on street signs and at street festivals. The Tesla coil is now being reintroduced to the healthcare system. The coils are powered by his modern high-frequency oscillators that can emulate the healing powers of nature. Although you could just use nature. One way is to walk barefoot in quartz sand or lay on quartz granite to bond yourself to the earth. Sleeping on an air mattress with a silver-threaded grounding sheet directly connected to the earth in nature is a great way to experience forest therapy. On Long Island, New York, the sun is now used to power the village of Shoreham, where Tesla had constructed a glass factory on 200 acres of forest land to produce medical devices for the Tesla Electrotherapeutic Company. What remains today are the foundation stones of a grounded tower that he constructed to send information through the earth, and the abandoned factory building. His statue now commemorates the work he accomplished there. Tesla also used the building to showcase his inventions. A model boat was used to demonstrate robotic remote control without the use of wires. High-frequency oscillators create ozone, light, and magnetic field therapy. Prominently featured the healing spiral Tesla coil. The factory was used to manufacture quartz crystal glass. A special blend of secret gases would emit rays of healing light. While Edison's incandescent light brought the world out of evening darkness, Tesla's quartz crystal light brought the healing powers of the sun into your home. light was soothing to the nerves and it improved vision. A small amount of ozone was released to clean the air. In hospitals, that amount could be regulated by the doctor to purify water and operating rooms of harmful viruses and bacteria. Details of these inventions still remain today. There was a blacksmith's forge and a special high-temperature stove. He made over 1,000 quartz bulbs for the important phases of their scientific development. In his Manhattan workshop, he used both incandescent and his quartz crystal tube lighting. His frequent unexpected guests included ball lightning. Conspiracy theories often mention his work with the quantum universe. They say he made a Navy ship invisible to radar.
The ancient Egyptians used the sun as medicine. The heretic king Akhenaten and his wife Nefertiti exposed their naked bodies to the midday sun. They taught God's healing energies were delivered in rays of light from the sun and could be stored inside plants and later consumed as medicine. We now call that energy vitamin D. I often think about the story Tesla told reporters about the sun and how he received the vision of the Tesla motor in it. While gazing at the setting sun, he recited a poem about it. Rotating coils of wire suddenly appear and float right in front of his eyes. If Tesla created light machines that emulated the sun, where would I find them? It was time to visit where Tesla lived and eventually became a citizen, where his visions for light as medicine became a reality.
Medicine is in our hearts and also in the heart of that which we call the universe. If you want to find the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.